Okay, let me make Nikhil now. Okay, done. Yes. Now we are going to see the graph of compressibility factor Z for a real gas. And on y-axis we have Z, compressibility factor, and on the x-axis we are having pressure in ATM. Now let us also mark a line Z is equal to 1. This is a line Z is equal to 1. Z is equal to 1, you all know this is for ideal gas at all pressures. Now let's draw the curve. Curve is generally in this manner. Okay, now we have to think how come the curve is in this manner and what does it mean? What do we mean by having the curve in this manner? Okay, now I am going to make you analyze this. Before that, I will mark some pressures over here. This is, let's say, 10 atm, and Z is dropping very, very steeply. And here at this particular point, let me mark it for you. Here at this particular point, Z is at the least value. Z is at the least value. Let's say these are different regions. This is A, this is B. And then there is one more region, this region, C region. And what is so peculiar about this region? That Z has miraculously gone up and greater than 1. Okay, now I wish to explain you this variation. Now this variation, how is it being caused? Let me give you 1 minute to understand what is the source of the variation and how this is being so much of variation. What you are going to think is from this formula. Please try to think from this formula. Z is equal to V real by V ideal. Okay. Z is the ratio of V real by V ideal, compressibility factor. And this Z is less than 1 from A to, let's say, this D point, A to D point, and it miraculously becomes more than 1 from D to C point. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Let's see if you can think of some reason. It is the ratio of V real by V ideal. Okay, now you have to tell me in which cases V real by V ideal is less than 1 and for which cases and how. How is it becoming more than 1? Okay, please take 1 or 2 minutes. If you wish to discuss with me something, please let me know. We'll discuss. But let me tell you, this is very, very interesting. Utkarsh, can you do it?
Sir, thinking.
Okay, okay. See, nobody has ever been able to explain me the whole and the full complete logic of all the sections. Okay, there has been times that some students have been able to explain me logic of few sections, and that too also with a lot of deliberation, with a lot of thinking. Okay, so if you are thinking on any point, just discuss it with me. Okay, because the full answer I do not expect from anybody, because it is a little imaginative. You have to be very, very imaginative to give its answer. So discuss. If you have any theory, please discuss.
Is it something to do with temperature?
Temperature is constant throughout. When we are plotting Z versus P, temperature is taken to be constant. Yes. Anyone? Yeah, Nikhil, what do you think?
Sir,
Hmm.
I think because of as the pressure increases, then the uh,
Yes, you have to think what will happen to the real volume, what will happen to the ideal volume when the pressure is increasing. Okay, they behave a lot differently, V real and V ideal. Okay, tell
Sir,
me
if
one thing.
sir, like if
Yes,
Z
yes.
is equal to 1, then V ideal is equal to V real. Is it like that?
Yes, that is true. That is true. The point D is such a point where the idea, where even the real gas is having Z is equal to 1. That is true, but that does not explain the curve, why the curve goes down. So,
at low
yes.
pressure, the volume of real gas becomes very large.
Okay. So, numerator will become more and Z will be greater than 1. Yes, you are trying to say that. You have to explain me at low pressures why V real is always less than V ideal. I told you before when we started this compressibility factor that real gas volume is always less generally. Okay. Why generally I said? Because there is a section C wherein Z is greater than 1, but that is exceptional case at a very, very high temperatures. Okay, let me give you a hint. There are 3 states of matter.
Sir, uh,
Yes.
sir, in the formula, um,
Ah.
as the volume becomes very large, so the volume is in the denominator part
Mm-hmm.
of the formula. So that's why the B and A will become very small.
Mm-hmm. Try to compare between V real and V ideal. What is happening between V real that it is always less than V ideal at low pressures? Okay, now let me explain it to you. Okay. Now, please see that I am giving the logic for the section between A to B. This particular section, I am giving you the logic. For A to B, Z is dipping continuously and going down continuously from 1. It means that the ratio of V real by V ideal is continuously dipping when increasing the pressure. Okay. Why is it happening? It is happening because real gases have A. A is attractive forces. Okay. That van der Waals factor A, van der Waals constant A. These are attractive forces. when there are attractive forces present between two molecules of a real gas which are not present in ideal gas, then at a particular pressure, you are always going to see lesser volume for real gas. That is why throughout A to B, we are having Z less than 1. It means V real is less than V ideal. Let me write it down for you. For section 1, A to B, Z is always less than 1. Okay. What does it mean? Z is less than 1. It means V real by V ideal is less than 1. It means that. Okay. And what does it mean? It means that V real is always less than V ideal. Why is that? It is due to the presence of attractive forces. Attractive forces between two molecules of gases. Okay. So at any particular pressure, when you are going to measure the two volumes, V real and V ideal, V real will be always small. Okay. Now do one thing, please copy this part. Okay. Please copy this part. In doing so, you will spend some time with this, and then we are going to move to the next section. And that is very, very interesting. Let me know if you have any doubts. Please copy this, copy the graph, and around the graph, please leave spaces. Observe that I have left a lot of spaces around the graph, above, below, left, right. Why? You might want to write something beside that at some later point. Okay, so just leave spaces, make the graph very spacious. Just do it. Please copy. Let me know when you have.
Sir, done.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
Yes, Nikhil, done?
yes, sir, done.
Okay. Utkarsh,
Sir,
Niranjan,
done.
done?
Done, sir.
Done.
Okay,
Done.
okay. Okay, now for the interesting part. You know why z is less than 1. Z was less than 1. Why? Because there were some attractive forces and the volume was less. Now, why z has become more after applying more pressure? Why is it getting more? This is very, very interesting. Now, let me tell you why. Because the real gas, when applied with so much of pressure, starts changing from liquid and solid, from gas to liquid and solid. That is the reason. Now, please imagine that liquid and solid also have some volume. That volume cannot be infinitely small or zero. Okay. Solid and liquid also have some volume. Their volume cannot approach zero. We say that gas volumes are more as compared to solids and liquids. Okay. But solids and liquids have some volume at least. But what about V ideal? Can it approach zero? Please tell me. Can V ideal approach zero? Please tell me. Yes. Can V ideal approach zero? Please tell me. By applying the equation PV is equal to nRT? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it can. If I apply infinite pressure, then PV is equal to nRT will say that V ideal can be zero. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is only theoretical. Okay. While V real can never be zero. Why? Because if you are going to apply infinite pressure on a gas, it will change to solid. Now you keep on applying the pressure, it will not change. Am I correct? Utkarsh, are you getting my point? Okay, okay. Niranjan, what about you? Charan, what about you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes. So what is going on in the second section of B to C? From B to C, in that section, what's going on is that the denominator is continuously decreasing. The denominator is continuously decreasing. Section 2, which is B to C, Z is continuously rising. Okay. Z is continuously rising. Why it is continuously rising? Due to the let's see, Z was V real by V ideal, and when we increase the pressure, V ideal was going sharply down. When we increase the pressure, V ideal was going sharply down, while V real almost remained constant. Please observe, V real almost remained constant. Why? Because liquids and solids have constant volume upon the increase of the pressure. If you apply pressure, if you apply any pressure, any amount of pressure on liquids or solids, their volume does not change. Okay, with the increasing amount of pressure. But with the increasing amount of pressure, what will change? V ideal will change. So V ideal continuously decreased. Continuously decreased. Please copy this as well. Continuously decreased on increasing the pressure. On increasing the pressure. V ideal continuously decreased on increasing the pressure. Therefore, Z kept increasing. Z kept increasing.
Sir, I did not understand.
Okay. Let's see if anybody understood this part.
I did not
Section 2.
understand that. Sir, what happens when we increase the pressure that very rapidly? मतलब
हाँ,
after increasing
हाँ.
the pressure.
Okay, when you are increasing the pressure rapidly on a gas, okay, now you have learned states of matter in small classes. You know that gas can also be liquefied to a liquid and also become a solid. Okay, but the ideal gas does not change the state. The ideal gas does not change the state, and instead ideal gas volume continuously decreases. Ideal gas volume continuously decreases and never stops to decrease. And if you are continuously decreasing the denominator, then Z will continuously increase for sure. That is the explanation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please write it down.
So how is V volume of real gas constant?
Volume of real gas becomes constant as soon as it after that it's constant. No matter how amount of pressure, what amount of pressure you apply, it is constant. Just write it down. Nikhil, understood?
Understood, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So should we move ahead? Written?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Please write down. Please write down. Let me know when you are.
Sir, done.
Okay, okay,
Sir, done.
okay. Now we can do one more thing, and that can be I'll give you the proof of the value of Z numerically as well. The proof which I just gave you was qualitative proof. I explained you the reasons, okay, but I didn't explain you numerically or deriving something. Let me derive it for you now. The derivation will be done by using the equation, Van der Waal equation. So, proof of compressibility graph, proof of compressibility by Van der Waal equation. By Van der Waal equation.
How does gas convert into liquid?
Gas convert into liquid. What do you mean by that? By applying pressure, it does. It is a common phenomena. What is your question? I didn't get your question.
No, so that only.
Okay, okay. Now, when we are doing the proof of compressibility by Van der Waal equation, we are splitting for two regions, section 1 and section 2. Section 1, which we did was when pressure is less. Initially, the pressure was less. Where the gases didn't solidify or liquefy. Okay, that is less pressure. And when this started, Z was started becoming greater than 1, it was a high pressure zone. Okay, so when pressure is less or when pressure is low, first we will see for that. So when pressure is less, when pressure is less, now we have to make an assumption here. I'll tell you what. Now please tell me, when pressure is equal to less, volume is very, very high. Am I correct? Please tell me. Is the volume of gas very, very high when the pressure is very, very less?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if that is the case, please tell me, can I neglect this part? Can I assume it to be 0?
Yes, sir.
And
Becomes
instead,
negligible.
yes, when the volume is extraordinarily high, I can assume the space occupied by the molecules is insignificant. Okay, compare this with you people sitting in a park.
But then that also should be negligible. A by V square and that.
No, why that should be negligible?
Sir, because volume is in the denominator.
Volume is in the denominator. Oh, if see, when you are neglecting something, then it should be either in plus or minus. Okay, not in multiplication or division. In all these techniques, in all the derivations, when you are neglecting something, you will notice that it is always is either in the addition or in the division. Okay.
So like,
Why do
but
I?
we can call, like, suppose an square is equal to 1 and the v square is equal to 1 crore. Then 1 by 1 crore is 0.00000000001. That is
But
0.
but you do not know what is the amount of pressure, isn't it? Pressure might be also very, very less. Am I right? You cannot compare pressure with the volume. If the volume is more, you cannot say. See, pressure is already less here. We have taken. Please observe that we have taken very, very less pressure. So an square by v square, whatever the amount, whatever small the amount is, pressure is already less. So who's gonna tell us that can we neglect an square by v square term with the in the presence of P? We cannot decide. But V and NB we surely can, because these both are volumes, and volume is taken to be very, very high. Why? Because the pressure is very, very less, and NB is the constant amount. Please observe that NB was constant. NB was supposed to be constant. Why it is constant? Because the size of the molecule is constant. Okay. It can be neglected when you keep the molecules in a very, very big room. Okay. For example, let me give you an example. You are sitting right now in your room. Okay. The space which your whole body is taking cannot be neglected as compared to the room. But please observe that you are sitting in a very, very huge park. Let's say a 1 kilometer square area of park, and you are sitting in that park, or you are sitting in one football field. So your body space, and you are only present in the field, your body space is negligible as compared to the volume of the field. Okay. So in that case, you can easily neglect it. Why? Because your body size is constant. Okay. But you cannot say the same thing for P and an square by v square. Why? Because you do not know how less the P is. And an square by v square, you are also saying less. Why it's less? Because v is more. Okay. So both are less. Now we do not know which is lesser. So we cannot neglect it. But in the second term, V minus NB, in the volume term, it is clearly visible that NB is a constant size. Molecules are occupying the constant volume. Okay. But V is very, very high. Why? The pressure is very, very less. Okay. So we can easily neglect NB from the volume term. All right. Now, if we do that, please observe. Let's continue the derivation. So we have Pn an square by v square into V. Only V is present now into nRT. Now let's open it. We'll get PV plus an square by V is equal to nRT. Now let's do something more. Now I am going to divide this whole equation by nRT. Okay. Dividing whole equation by nRT. Let's do that. Then what we'll get? PV by nRT plus an square V and then nRT, then 1. Am I correct till now? Please tell me. Yes? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is less than 1 minute. I think we should rejoin because the meeting might end any time. Please rejoin.